So, to the surprise of someone and to the dismay of no one, Dricus Duplessis has absolutely dominated Kamaru Usman in in their up in their recent fight, truly becoming the one true king of Africa, truly taking his place as the one true African champion. Well, not one true, the real African champion. You know, just so inspiring to watch this man beat the. Okay. Time for the jokes. Okay, the jokes are funny, but All right then. So the fight just happened, and Dricus, in my personal opinion, he impressed me, but he also unimpressed me at the same time. Like he somehow found a way to do that, and I want to talk about his this fight. What he did good, what he did a little bit of things he did wrong. Well, he didn't do anything wrong. Just some areas were impressed, and just some areas were he didn't sh- showcase more, in my opinion. Showcase more. Moving on. So when this matchup was being this whatchamacallit was being made, this analogy immediately ran into my head, and why I would pick Dricus to beat Usman despite his recent performance against Hamzat. You know, Dricus Duplessis, he has better striking than Usman, better power, he's faster than him, better durability, and if the fight was ever to go that realm, he also has better jiu-jitsu than Usman. Like, this fight was essentially All for One versus All Might, except this time All for One actually gets the dub. Hmm? Like, the really only advantage Usman really had, well, only way Usman could realistically win this fight was just via decision. Hmm? And he had to basically do a perfect performance, because I really didn't trust anything about this guy. Of course he had a massive wrestling advantage over DDP, but you know his striking, just no. I don't think he had the striking to really pose a threat to DDP. I don't think he has the necessary defense, and his knees being so buckled that something about that's just as I said, I thought the small advantages that DDP had, would allow him to essentially, overcome the stoppable force that is Usman. Because I mean, he ain't unstoppable anymore. So let's go into some things that But wait. Let's start off. Let's start off by giving Usman credit. Now, he actually had a actually I don't know if this was in the game plan or just something he picked up in the fight. Probably in the fight, considering the fact I never saw Trevor Whitman. I never heard Trevor Whitman praising him for landing these strikes very effectively. So he probably picked it up during the fight. But in his fight with Dricus, right? Mind you, these are not repeat. These are not repeat. Like I didn't just take the same images and just and just showed you it 11 times. These are different. These are different. These are different sequences, as you can see by the clock. Hmm. Usman, when DDP was in Southpaw, Usman had an amazing adjustment to where he attacked Dricus' upper body with fronts with stabbing front kicks. Oh shit. Yes, with stabbing front kicks, drained which really drained DDP's gas tank, and I really make him think that it's kind of the reason why he wasn't able to get the finish in this one. And DDP does gas out in his fight, so future opponents should absolutely start using this against Dricus. Uh, it became open to him any single time Dricus went southpaw, which was a good adjustment to Usman, because any single time Dricus was in southpaw, this would happen. I mean, I and it's not like a perfect image, you know, of Usman getting the shit kneed out of him, but like, yeah. So, um, with the way Usman wrestles, right? Usman, unlike most wrestlers, Usman doesn't really actually have a penetration shot like that. And yes, that's literally what it's called. It's called a penetration shot. He gets his takedowns via ducking down and like grabbing your lead leg and like uplifting it to like to the air. It's like and because of that, all of his takedowns are single legs, right? DDP, showing the knee, you know, what it did was that it not only messed with Usman's wrestling in general because Usman's the way Usman wrestles, it's really dependent on this being closed stance and DDP attacking from open stance. Not only mess with not only mess with Usman in the striking department, but also in the wrestling department. Considering the fact that it perfectly aligned with his knee up the middle. It perfectly aligned with that, and he stunned Usman multiple times during this one. And so smart game plan by DDP, very wonderful by him. I know his fight. I know his coaches were known for having great fight IQ, but this is generally impressive. Like I don't think I've ever seen someone like truly break down Usman in the way he has. I'm just gonna show some images of DDP clipping Usman. I will say, early in the rounds, hmm, a majority of his shots were landing on the temple. Like I don't know if those were on purpose. Maybe. I don't think they were, but like they were landing a lot on the temple, which is like if that was a part of the game plan, then like generally, what kind of superhuman shit are these guys planning? Hmm? I don't know. Like, let me just show some images. Hmm. You know, a little bit of images. I'll get back to the points in a second. Just want to show off some images. Da-da. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, let's get back to the actual points now. Another thing that DDP did well was his his question mark kicks in this fight was like genuinely thing of beauty. Like Drickus, he already had a very dexterous left leg. Like, trust me, if you've seen this guy fight, like you will see how fucking flexible his left leg is. Like, really, like it's crazy. And him using a question mark kicks, especially against Usman, who if you've seen Usman, his primary defense, I'll show you. Yeah, Usman has the boxer defense to kicks to where you see it a lot in boxers, where they try and block kicks with one arm, which usually isn't enough to completely like mitigate the powers of kicks. Like you see with like high level boxers, even like someone like Dustin Poirier, like that's the reason why he got knocked out by Gaethje, you know. So Drake is like really doing with the high kicks, especially with the southpaw. Why did I say southpaw? Question mark kicks. Really kept Usman's hands busy, and also he caught Usman a lot with those, which surprisingly still lands on Usman at this point. Like you think after he got head kicked by Leon, he would be so traumatized to the fact that you basically couldn't land a high kick on him anyways. But I mean, hey, what do you expect from fucking Kamaruddin? So, overall, excellent performance by Drickus. He showed very improved takedown defense. Oh yeah, I forgot the areas that I didn't like from him in the fight was his general lack of just oblique kicks. Like you think that at this point fighters would be, targeting Usman's legs. Like he's very open about having bad knees. Like everyone knows about it, but like Drickus and Buckley, you know, None of those guys ever oblique kicked the shit out of Usman. Like, bro, come on. Like, what's this honor thing that we have going on? Like, oblique kick this man. And so I want to give. I'm just mad. It really pissed me off that DDP didn't oblique kick the shit out of Usman, especially in like the third and the fourth rounds. I'm like, bro, you almost finished this guy. Like, come on. So yeah, that's the thing that disappointed me, and also I'm not. I really didn't like DDP's killing instincts in this one. Like I felt like he held back a little bit. Like I felt like he gave Usman way too much respect after he survived the early rounds. Like when he clipped him, it's like he would just stand there and be like, "Yep, he's probably gonna recover, so I'll just stay at range and do my shit." So overall, great performance by Dricus. He's really chopped down on the African champs. Francis Ngannou. Hey, you're next, buddy. Okay, I'm joking. But yeah. Now let's talk about Usman now. Now this fucking guy was generally such a bitch during this fight. Like I don't know. I mean, I do know what's wrong with him. Like he has been a bitch. Like he was known for doing that, especially in the Kobe fights, which like it was kind of known for faking groin strikes and all that thing. But like generally, it's like he took the ante up to like 100 in this one. Cause like I'm gonna show you like images of like Usman complaining after like legal shots. Like mind you, if you want the context for this one, Usman, he needed DDP low, like it hit his cup, and like they were up against the fence when he did that, and the referee took away Usman's position, and he's like looking at him, he's like, "Ref, what the fuck, dude? Like, why would you do that, man? Like who cares that I knee him in the balls? Like, what the fuck, bro?" I'll show you more of of Usman complaining to the referee over legal shit. Now, this whole fiasco was basically just like one big what the fuck was Usman thinking? Because like we all know that one punch that Dricus landed that Usman swear was like an eye poke, even though it wasn't. It was a punch that when he punched him in the face and his thumb, well not even like his thumb, his knuckles landed in your eye, which is a legal punch. And the referee noticed that and he restarted the fight and this is what Usman's doing. It's like, bro, get your shit together. Like you're in a fight. This is the second round. And he's like, referee. He's like, ref, what the fuck, dude? Like, what the fuck, dude? Mm. Like, bro, mind you, he got hit so bad he was doing this shit. Like, that's how much the punch rocked his shit. Like, he did display a very good chin in this one. Because, first, I don't know. This fucker just refused to go out. Mm. And here we fucking go. Mind you, look at this. DDP's not touching him, right? It's not touching him. But like, look where look, and he's on the fucking ground. Like, mind you see, this is 1 second. Like, this man's fucking knees gave out in the fight. Like, if I had the ability to edit, I would show you the clip of that. But like, I swear to God, this man's fucking knees literally got dead out in the fight. That was so fucking funny. Like, oh my God, like, bro, look at him. It's like, well, you're probably wondering how I got in this situation. Type of moments in the movies, man. Oh my God, those goddamn chickens, man. It's like 1 p.m. in the morning, bro. Let me show you more of Usman complaining for illegal shots. This is another example of Usman complaining over illegal shit. And the fuck's going on in the background? No, oh, sorry. You think him putting up this hand gesture, like you want to know what happened to him, right? Well, why is he complaining? I'll tell you what happened to him. That happened. That happened. And this. and and he reacted like that. Mind you, those are all in the fourth round, so I'm not being disingenuous. Look, you see, fourth round. See it? You see? Mm? A little scramble happened, like Usman's trying to survive, and he's like saying, "Hey, ref, man, what the fuck, bro? He hit me, like he hit me with a head kick, man. That's not allowed." Like, yeah, he just really started complaining in this fight for some fucking reason. Like, what do you think the referee was gonna do? Take a point for legal shit? Like, bro, you what do you think was gonna happen? I've got more of Usman complaining. Just another example of Usman complaining after being hit after being rocked again. Like this one's a bit harder to see because Dricus is in the way, but if you look at his arms right now, you can see that this guy's clearly complaining. It like this sequence happened because DDP rocked him again in the fifth. Like generally, the guy, I'm pretty sure Usman got rocked like four times during this one. Like generally four times. Like he got rocked first, second, fourth, and fifth. And this man's acting like this shit. I don't know what fucking hell. Like he was baiting so much for a point deduction. It was actually pissing me off. Oh yeah, I forgot. Usman threw a high kick in this fight. His coaches was calling for that, in the fifth round, and Usman decided, hey, now or never, motherfucker. After the momentum shift happened in the fifth round, which talking about that fifth round. Oh yeah, just another example of Usman complaining about legal shit. Hmm, I can't. Yeah, Usman was surprised when he heard the 50-45 scorecard. He's looking at down the corner like, huh? 50-45? What do you mean 50-45? Then I won at least one of these rounds, and I'm like, oh sorry. To be honest, crap. You know what? To be honest, I think it should have been a 50-45. Like honestly, I'm pretty sure the referee gave Usman like the fifth round because of the momentum shift. But when I watched the fight again, I've watched it three times now. I don't think the damage Usman did in the third was enough to enough to out damage the wobbling that Dricus had in the fifth round. I really don't think so. It really shows how stupid these judges are. They look up moments where the crowd is screaming and the commentaries and the commentators be like, oh, come back, come back, come back, and and use that as a way of giving fighters rounds when they clearly didn't deserve it. Like stupid from these guys, man. But to be fair, that is our fucking judges. They've always been stupid. They've even ignored knockdowns. Like fucking knockdowns. Like it just doesn't count. You can even lose a round, you can somehow knock a person down and lose that round for some fucking reason. Even when the opponent didn't even knock you down. Hmm? Like the highest damage you could ever get that's not KOing a person is a knockdown. And that, you don't sometimes they don't even score it. Or they just simply give you the round because hey, you won 99.9% of the round. I'm like, fuck off, man. This damage based sport, but we don't want to use actual fucking damage to score these fights, man. Let me see. Let me see if there's anything more interesting to talk about. DDP showed improved takedown defense. He impressed me by being able to beat someone like Usman because Usman fans are gonna rewrite history by saying that Usman's washed and all that. This wasn't great from him and all that. But those guys were basically glazing the Hamzat performance as a way of saying that, hey, yeah, middleweight Usman, man, middleweight Usman is different. He's gonna show levels, but not because he lost. They're gonna push the narrative that Usman's completely washed. I do think Usman's like obviously he's far past his prime, but he's still a good win. You know, still a name to have on your resume. Yeah. So, and honestly, this was the guy. Let me show y'all something. This was the guy. This was the guy Islam Makhachev wanted to defend his welterweight belt against, mind you. I don't even I don't hate Islam Makhachev. I don't even hate him, but like generally, what the fuck were those guys? Who the fuck planned to give Usman a title shot? Hmm. Thankfully, it never happened. But like, there was a legitimate scare that Usman was getting a title shot. But thankfully, that shit never happened, and you know, order is being restored to the best division in the UFC. So, yeah, congrats to Drakus. You know, one more meme to go. One more meme to go, and you know, congrats to Drakus. You know, so yeah, I've got I've got another video planned. I've already written the script of the video. I'm just gonna like collect some images to talk about. You know, I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks now, so I'm gonna like give a videos like every day like a new video. So yeah, that's about it. See ya.